Good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome you to the 2022 Postdoc Award ceremony. Thank you for being here. I'm Andre Christie Mizell, the Vice Provost for Graduate Education, Dean of the Graduate School, and the Director of the Office of Postdoctoral Affairs. Today, we recognize and celebrate exemplary postdoctoral leadership, fellows, and faculty mentorship. Before we get to the awards, I would like to first thank the leadership of the Vanderbilt Postdoctoral Association, whom we work with closely to support our postdocs. It has been a pleasure okay, I have to put my glasses on. I'm not as young as I used to be. There the words are, okay. It's been a pleasure seeing the work that the VPA leadership has done this year, specifically creating a model for continued success and postdoc engagement for VPA leadership moving forward. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Daniel Fehrenbach, Junior Co-Chair of the Vanderbilt Postdoctoral Association, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Christie Mizell. I am excited to be here to represent the Vanderbilt Postdoc Association. Today, the VPA advocates for hundreds of postdoctoral fellows across Vanderbilt University and VUMC and looks to advance the academic and extracurricular well-being of the postdoc community. My fellow postdocs are the backbone of academic advancement and integral to Vanderbilt being known as a leader in scientific discovery. I want to thank all of those who made nominations and were nominated for the different awards being presented today, and I congratulate all the nominees for their impressive accomplishments and their service to the Vanderbilt community. I also want to thank the OPA, Dr. Christie Mizell and Faith Bishop for all of their work over the past year, as well as all of the judges who volunteered their time. The VPA is excited about our upcoming and ongoing initiatives. New this year, we are providing resource letters on targeted topics pertinent to life as a postdoc at Vanderbilt, which details all the available resources we offer on campus, ranging from information on how to take maternity leave to how to access mental health resources. We're also looking forward to our Speak Easy Talk series, which is new, and that is set to start this summer, and I'm eager to hear all about the work that my fellow postdocs are doing. So if you are a postdoc, please watch out for those event updates and come out to support your fellow postdocs. Lastly, our elections for the VPA Executive Committee are coming up. This volunteer committee is responsible for spearheading the initiatives I just mentioned, but also supporting postdocs through many other scholarly and social events. Emails will be going out very soon, and I can't wait to see what great ideas you'll be bringing to next year's executive committee. With that, I will hand it back over to Vice Provost Christie Mizell.
Thank you. Before we get started, I would also like to thank the Postdoctoral Advisory Committee. This committee meets regularly to ensure the postdoctoral community is well supported throughout Vanderbilt University and the Vanderbilt University Medical Center. Now on to our presentations. Today we will be awarding 3 postdocs and a faculty mentor with the following awards: the Postdoctoral Mentorship Award, the Faculty Mentorship Award, the Postdoctoral Service Award, and the Postdoctoral Fellow of the Year Award. Each award will recognize an honorable mention and an award recipient. As I announce each recipient, I ask that they please join me at the front as I share some remarks from their nomination. Each awardee will receive an engraved plaque for their outstanding achievement. The first award this afternoon is the Postdoctoral Mentor of the Year Award. Recipients of the Postdoctoral Mentor of the Year Award must demonstrate a willingness to share expertise and advice, service to the community at large, including other mentoring activities and scholarship within the mentor's own career, including publications, awards, and honors. The Vanderbilt Postdoctoral Association solicits nominations from all Vanderbilt postdocs, and the VPA Executive Board reviews and votes. An honorable mention for Postdoc Mentor of the Year is awarded to Dr. Nina Hernsteck, mentored by Dr. Kayvon Stassen, Stevenson Professor of Physics and Astronomy. Dr. Hernsteck supports members of diverse and underrepresented backgrounds through a number of campus initiatives, including teaching and mentoring. Let's give her. Congratulations. This year's Postdoctoral Mentor of the Year recipient is Dr. Nimala Wagley, mentored by Dr. James Booth, the Patricia and Rhodes Hart Professor of Psychology and Human Development. Dr. Wagley is described as a great and inspirational mentor and received 2 different nominations from her lab. One nomination letter described Dr. Wagley as a consistent resource for all lab members, guiding them on any problems and questions that arise. Another nomination notes, she really values mentorship and wants to help people from all backgrounds to succeed in academics and promote science. Other notable comments from her peers include, she has had a key role in my own professional development and in deepening my understanding of research and lab work. Her guidance has included, but is not limited to, communication etiquette with professors and organizations, collaborating on study procedures, working on IRB amendments and procedures, understanding how to analyze neuroimaging data as well as behavioral data from the lab. She is tutoring a 3rd grade student in Metro Public Nashville Schools in literacy and meets with her 3 times a week for 30 minutes from February to April. She is part of the Nepalese and neuroscience group, where she gave them information and suggestions on how to succeed in the academic path, outreach, and collaborations. She has presented to high school students about language and the brain at the School for Science and Math at Vanderbilt University. Congratulations, Dr. Wagley. Next is the award for our Faculty Mentor of the Year. Recipients of the Faculty Mentor of the Year Award must demonstrate a willingness to share expertise and advice, service to the community at large, including other mentoring activities, and scholarship within the mentor's own career, including publications, awards, presentations, and honors. The Vanderbilt Postdoctoral Association solicits nominations from all Vanderbilt postdocs, and the VPA Executive Board reviews and votes. The honorable mention for the Faculty Mentor of the Year Award goes to Dr. Adam Wright, Professor of Biomedical Informatics and Director of the Vanderbilt Clinical Informatics Center. Dr. Wright shares his expertise, experience, and advice with students and postdocs and supports their interests as they evolve during their time with him. He has been recognized with many academic awards, including the AMIA Donald A.B. Lindbergh Award for Innovation in Informatics in 2021. Again, congratulations to Dr. Wright. And now for this year's award recipient, the Faculty Mentor of the Year Award goes to Dr. Aaron Calipari, Assistant Professor of Pharmacology and Assistant Professor of Molecular Physiology and Biophysics. Dr. Calipari could not be here with us today, so her student, Maxim Chavi, or her postdoc, is going to accept on her behalf. Dr. Calipari is described by a mentee as, without a doubt, one of the best mentors I've had the pleasure to work with on my academic journey, spanning from my undergraduate, graduate, and postdoctoral years. Dr. Calipari is an exceptional person who is extremely intelligent, passionate, and enthusiastic about science, and takes mentorship of her trainees very seriously, which is of extreme benefit to the plethora of formal and informal trainees here at Vanderbilt and beyond that seek her advice and guidance. Some examples of the comments from her nomination include, Dr. Calipari has provided top-notch mentorship for the postdoctoral career stage, which has allowed me the opportunity to advance successfully in my chosen career path of having an independent scientific research program of my own. Dr. Calipari is constantly giving back to the trainees, matriculating through academia behind her by also participating on career development panels, providing tips to trainees on successful transitions in academia. She is one of the best academic scientific writers that I have come across, which is supported and further outlined below by the vast array of publications she has published as first, middle, and last author, and by the amounts of grants and awards she has personally received. With her writing expertise, she has provided extraordinary feedback on grants and manuscripts for the team of researchers within the Calipari Lab, which has led to an abundance of publications within the lab's short existence, as well as successful grant award applications for myself and others within the lab. Congratulations, Dr. Calipari. The third award of the afternoon is the Postdoctoral Service Award. The Postdoc Service Award goes to a postdoctoral fellow who has demonstrated sustained service to Vanderbilt through service to the community at large, through professional societies, scholarly work outside regular lab responsibilities, or by leading within and promoting the postdoc experience at Vanderbilt. The Vanderbilt Postdoc Association solicits nominations from all postdocs, and the VPA Executive Board reviews and votes. This year's Postdoctoral Service Award honorable mention is Dr. Anirban Sengupta in the lab of Dr. John Gore. Dr. Sengupta is the Scholarly Learning Chair for the Vanderbilt Postdoctoral Association, leading the planning for the annual postdoctoral symposium. Congratulations. This year's recipient of the Postdoctoral Service Award is Brianna Yamasaki, mentored by Dr. James Booth, Patricia and Rhodes Hart, Professor of Psychology and Human Development. Dr. Yamasaki is a fourth-year postdoc in Psychology and Human Development. At Vanderbilt, she has served on several committees that support both the postdoctoral community directly and the Vanderbilt community at large. She was heavily involved with the 2020 VPA Annual Symposium Planning Committee, which pivoted from an in-person to a virtual event due to the COVID-19 pandemic. She has also participated in the VPA Diversity, Equity, and Justice Committee, and most recently, she is the senior co-chair for the VPA for the 2021-2022 academic year. Outside of the university, Dr. Yamasaki has engaged in community outreach events to bridge the gap between scientific and public communities. Other notable comments from her peers include, as senior co-chair, she has spearheaded several new initiatives, including implementing a new long-term goal framework for the association, which will help to ease some of the challenges associated with the annual turnover among committee members. Developing a new executive committee handbook that outlines the responsibilities of each committee member, and revising and updating all VPA materials to develop a consistent brand for the association. She has been serving as a STEM mentor through her local science center. This program aims to provide children with opportunities to explore different STEM fields through guided hands-on activities and to see the true diversity in what a scientist can look like. Through the program, Dr. Yamasaki provides one-on-one mentoring and support to local at-risk youth who identify as persons of color. In service directly to the broader scientific community, Dr. Yamasaki has served as a reviewer for several scientific journals, including reviewing 11 manuscripts and serving as a principal reviewer for the Journal of Educational Psychology this past year. Dr. Yamasaki could not be here with us this afternoon. Accepting the award on her behalf is Dr. Daniel Fehrenbach, Junior Co-Chair of the VPA. All right. The final award of the afternoon is the Postdoctoral Fellow of the Year Award. The Postdoctoral Fellow of the Year Award recognizes a postdoctoral scholar who demonstrates excellence in research and scholarship since January 2021. The nominee must demonstrate excellence in several criteria, including publications, presentations, awards and honors, service, and mentoring. The Office of Postdoctoral Affairs solicited nominations from the faculty in each school, and the Postdoctoral Fellow Advisory Committee reviewed and voted on all nominations. In addition to the engraved award, the Postdoctoral Fellow of the Year recipient receives a $500 cash award. First, to recognize this year's Postdoc of the Year honorable mention. This year's honorable mention for the Postdoc of the Year is Dr. Abigail Labella, mentored by Dr. Antonis Rokas. Dr. Labella is described as a great scientist, teacher, and mentor, as well as a leader with years of experience in academic affairs and service to her field and scientific community. She has a record of high-impact publications and multiple invited talks. Congratulations. This year's Postdoc of the Year recipient is Dr. Harry Barbie, a postdoctoral fellow in Medicine, Health, and Society. A postdoctoral fellow in Medicine, Health, and Society and Vanderbilt's LGBT Policy Lab. He is supervised by Dr. Tara McKay, Assistant Professor of Medicine, Health, and Society, and colleagues, Dr. Kit Carpenter, the E. Bronson Ingram Chair and Professor of Economics, Director of the LGBT Policy Lab, and the Director of the Program in Public Policy Studies, and Dr. Gilbert Gonzalez, Assistant Professor of Medicine, Health, and Society, Health Policy, and Public Policy Studies. Dr. Barbie's research is making new advancements in aging and medical sociology. Dr. Barbie is described as truly unique, one of the few sexuality scholars focused on aging. Notably, their work, which uses population health data to respond to timely policy concerns for transgender youth in the United States, was recently published in JAMA Pediatrics. Dr. Barbie is currently funded by an NIH diversity supplement, the first ever diversity supplement awarded on the basis of sexual or gender minority status. This has contributed significantly to the culture and conversations about diversity at the NIH. Dr. McKay notes, few among us can say that we have changed the culture of a government institution through our work, and Harry has been exceptional here. Additionally, Harry has become an NIH Butler Williams Scholar in the past year. Since joining Vanderbilt, Dr. Barbie has accomplished the publication of a first authored paper in JAMA Pediatrics and published 2 additional high-quality manuscripts. He has led the analysis and writing for 2 new quantitative projects that investigate LGBTQ people's sexual adaptations during COVID-19, variation in midlife and older LGBTQ people's subjective experience and interpretations of aging. He's also contributed to 2 additional papers as a team member, developed, supported, and submitted abstracts to present research at multiple professional organizations, presented research to academic and government organizations, provided mentorship to other graduate and undergraduate trainees, to name a few of his many achievements. Congratulations, Dr. Barbie. All awards well deserved. Please help me congratulate today's honorees one final time. It's inspiring for me to see all the accomplishments that our postdoctoral fellows are contributing here at Vanderbilt in research, service, and mentoring. I now invite you to join us downstairs in the Alumni Lounge for a reception to continue our celebration of these award recipients. Thank you.